brief, though.
I told you, Barry. You know it, man.
This is the spot, man.
You know it. And again, it was no big hard hit. Just another little subtle whoop.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Are you okay? Are you clearing me there? Or should I be okay? I'm okay.
I honestly think it's a lake trout. That's what it feels like.
Feels like a Laker. But, you know, keep in mind, this fish came out of 28 foot of water, Barry, so he might act a little bit differently.
Right.
Fishing a little bit deeper here.
Made a good run there. The big C. Look at the big C. Look at that. Yeah, it really does feel like a lake trout.
Fighting like one.
Right. Look at this. Oh, man. This is so much fun. Oh, big shadow. Big shadow.
It's a brownie.
It certainly is. It certainly is.
There's a nice brown there, Barry.
Look at that.
Browns and live bait.
Great.
Did I tell you?
You know it,
I
man.
know my stuff.
Look at just like a little football. Good job. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So there it is. There's 3 species today.
Yep, we got our trifecta.
We got our 3 species today. Look at that. Oh.
Nice brown. Beautiful, Barry.
There we go.
Beautiful. And you know what? Where there's one, there's more too. So
There we go.
good chance we'll hook up another one of those coming through.
Okay, now if I can just hold this fish up, we'll release her quickly. Not a giant by any means, but you know what?
Beautiful brown.
Isn't that a gorgeous fish? Isn't that a gorgeous fish? What do you think, Dave? Let her go, huh?
Oh, please do.
Look at that.
Let's put her back in the water.
Catch and release, folks.
Absolutely.
Right to the bottom. All right.
Well done.
Can I slime you?
Slide me, buddy.
All right, Dave.
Any brown is worth a slimer.
Not bad for a January day, huh?
Not bad at all.
+2. We had a lot of hookups,
Had a great time.
but unfortunately, all good things have to come to an end, and it's the end of our day. And
it goes fast, doesn't it?
thank you very much again, Dave, for coming out.
Okay. My pleasure,
You know,
Barry.
we caught 3 species today.
We did?
You know, Laker, one Laker,
Yeah.
1 brownie, and some Steelies.
Yeah. Good numbers.
All on live bait.
Live bait is the way to go. When you fish in winter weather, fish live bait. If you can't find it, you can always feel confident with artificials.
Definitely.
Can't wait to do it again, Barry.
Good stuff.
Looking forward to
man.
it.
Let's go.
Awesome, man.
Straight on. Yes. Oh man! Whoa, that's a bull! Right there, look at this! Look! Oh. Fish! Oh yeah! Woohoo! I just set that one out! Got him! Got him! Right to the bottom. Good job.
Hey, welcome to another exciting episode of Socks in the City. I'm your host, J-Ho, and this is my co-host, my lovely co-host, DJ Jazzy Paul. I always mess that name up, don't I?
You've never called me lovely before.
Well,
You're looking fine yourself today, actually.
do you think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I appreciate that. I worked on the weekend. I worked outside, and I got a bit of a tan.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm a little darker.
Yep.
I'm dark meat.
You might maybe been working out a little bit too. You look kind of slim.
I've slimmed down.
Yeah.
I'm firmer. I'm more confident, and I'm happy with who I am.
Good. It was that insult you got last week, wasn't it?
Which
That can
insult was
spur
that?
you well when the guy said you were putting on a few pounds.
Oh, the golf guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. That's okay. I burned the golf course down. How do you burn a golf course down? It's just grass. Just have like a big grass fire or something.
It'd have to be a really big grass fire.
So, I was in the grocery store today. I was in our sponsor's grocery store,
Okay.
and I'm lined up for the fried chicken, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me just say this: there was a bit of a lineup, and it's delicious chicken. This old guy butts in front of me, like he's not a kid. He knows better, and he just makes like he's just looking at the selection, just wandering around, got nothing to do. And then when the guy comes up and says, "Yeah, can I help the next person?" he puts up his hand and puts in his order. Like, what's up with that?
That's rude.
That's not
Maybe,
only
you know what?
rude.
Maybe he didn't see you.
Oh, he saw me. He bumped into me thrice. Sorry, was that haute couture for this show? 3 times, I mean. He bumped into me 3 times. So I just wasn't too happy about that. Anyways, we got an exciting show. We have the infamous Jim Weir, radio great big celebrity guy from CHOK, and he's going to come and talk to us about, what's he going to talk to us about? Like,
He's going to talk to us about his career. He's had a long career in radio, and I think spans decades. We're getting these veteran media personalities on the show. He's got a lot of stories, I'll bet. He better.
Today is basically going to be a radio show, I think. And what did you say about spandex?
What?
He spandex AIDS?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You lost me.
Okay, I'm lost too. Anyways, we got a great show with Jim Weir. We're excited about that. And we also have a top 6 list. So
right on.
why don't we move, let's see where, here we go. We'll move right into the top 6 list. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. This week we have, oh, this is a good one, as opposed to the other ones that kind of suck.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Top 6 things overheard at this week's City Council meeting. Now, just to note, this could be any City Council meeting. Not necessarily a council meeting from our city. Could be any city.
Any city, anywhere in the world, really.
That has councils.
That's right.
Okay, top 6 things overheard at this week's City Council meeting. No,
You got to look down and read that list, man.
I've got it memorized.
Okay.
All right, number 6. Hey Terry, pull my thumb. Number 4, no fair. Rod grabbed my chair when the music stopped.
That could be any rod.
Any rod at all.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, can you tell they're fake? Number 2, the number 2 thing heard at City Council meeting this week. Hey, shut up, everyone. 6 in the City is on. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Little self-serving, but I'm okay with that. All right, the number 1 thing overheard at this week's City Council meeting. So then I said, keep the money, just give us the land. Oh, I tell you, political humor, that's the best.
That was good stuff.
That could have been anybody.
That's right. That could be any city council anywhere.
In case you're looking to sue us, I'm just saying right now, it could be anybody. It's just a generic top 6 list. Wait till you see what we got planned
That
for
could
you.
be any money, any land, anywhere.
Any money, any land, any rod, any and. I can rhyme. I'm awesome. So,
Yep.
how's the hockey pool going? I noticed the Leafs are out.
Yeah, I know. The hockey pool is really weird because all these surprise teams, these Cinderella dark horse teams, are winning in the playoffs. So it's kind of weird. You had to pick a weird lineup to win.
What do you mean, Cinderella dark horse?
Well, I
What
mean
is that?
Anaheim and Minnesota.
Oh.
Anaheim Mighty Ducks might win the Stanley Cup. I'm serious.
You know,
They
really,
really
that's
might.
a travesty.
I know.
Lord Stanley has to step in here, like reach down from heaven and smack Walt Disney or something. Like, I'm sorry, you're not winning my cup.
I think you're right. It does seem inappropriate that a team that was named after a silly kids hockey movie might end up being Stanley Cup champions. Anaheim Mighty Ducks might share a spot with the hockey legends on
Like
the
the
Stanley
Maple
Cup.
Leafs.
Well, like Maurice Richard and Bobby Orr and Guy Lafleur and those.
Yeah. I'd hate to be the engraver. He won't sleep. Okay, right now we're going to take a real quick break, and we're going to be back in a couple minutes with our guest, Jim Weir. So please stay tuned.
This is John Wing, and you're watching Six in the City, which means there's probably nothing else on.
Oh, I don't like him.
Hey, Dave and John here at Centennial Park site of Bayfest 2003. I am so excited. How about you?
I'm tantalized.
Oh my. The bands are going to be huge this year. This is going to be the biggest Bayfest ever. And we have passes for you. How do they get them?
Well, Dave, it's very simple. All you got to do is you got to write us a letter, email us, or fax us with your name, address, and phone number. Send it to our station, care of Six in the City, and you can find yourself the proud owner of 2 VIP weekend passes worth a total of 400 simoleons, as Boss Hogg would say. And you could be here with all of our friends. All right, we're back. You stay tuned. Thanks a lot, suckers. Okay, with us right now in the studio is CHOK morning man, Jim Weir. Jim, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, you got more hair than I remember you having. Nice to be here. I'm really happy to be here. This is very nice.
We've been meaning to have you on for some time, Jim.
I have the whole feeling that I'm being had on right now, as a matter of fact. Anyway, thanks, guys. I appreciate being here.
Yeah, we're real psycho fans. Now, you are the morning man on CHOK 1070, yep. But you told me you've been in radio for quite a while. How long have you been in radio?
Since the days of wooden transmitters. I started years ago in Leamington at CHYR with a guy by the name of Lou Thomasy. I don't know whether people around here remember Lou Thomasy. Lou was just an amazing teacher. He taught me more than he ever paid me, and it really worked out very well. I went from Leamington just in the early days. In fact, I was one of the guys that was going to go to Woodstock. I almost went to Woodstock.
The real Woodstock?
The real Woodstock.
Not the one by London?
No, except in those days they didn't pay me enough money to get out of the area code, let alone go to Woodstock, New York. But no, it was really one of those days, and I remember Jimi Hendrix and all those other things. So that was, and Flower Power and that sort of stuff. That was in those big days.
Was that your type of music?
Well, yeah, of course. I was 19, so of course it was my kind of music, and I got into it. I got into radio for the money and for the women.
Oh, wow.
And I got neither.
That's why we're into this, Jimmer.
That's right. That's why I'm sitting here talking to fashion. Anyway.
Did you just call him Jimmer?
I did. I'm quite familiar with Jim already.
Well, let's not use familiar. Let's see. See, the reason he calls me Jimmer is because Weirzy's already being used up, right?
That's right.
That's right. Because Weirzy now is that other Weir, so.
Yeah, the lesser known Weir.
I have to use Jimmer. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You must have run into a lot of confusion in your time here over the Jim Weir name.
One of the nicest things about coming here was the fact that Mike Weir had such a great reputation. Everybody said, "Are you related to Mike Weir?" All I said to him is, "Look at me." Yeah, we got the same name. And I guess really way back in the olden days. Now my brother played for the Alouettes, the Montreal Alouettes, for 13 years and had done a number of sports things with Mike and his dad back in the early days. And they got together and they really talked about it. And we are, I guess, almost to the Garden of Eden, but we are related.
Your brother Glenn Weir, we should mention his name.
Yep.
Star in the CFL for
defensive tackle for the Montreal Alouettes from 1970 to 1983, and he's the second best football player I know. I'm the first, and he's the second.
So you've got your own sports celebrity. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah.
So you've got your own sports celebrity connection. You don't need Mike Weir.
Well, it's nice to have two connections. It's a matter of no. He was one of those guys where he was my younger brother, and when I played football in high school, I was a pretty good football player.
You look like you're built for football.
Huh?
You look like you're built for football.
Yeah. I look like I am a football for crying out loud. Anyway, no, it was one of those ego things where I was really proud of him. It was amazing. I don't remember him ever being that good when I saw him in high school. We're 4 years apart, so when I left and moved away, and then he started to play football. And first time I ever saw him play was on his 19th birthday, and he played for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who that was his home team that he had to play for, and he played his first game at his 19th birthday.
Wow.
And it was truly amazing.
So it sounds like he blossomed once he got out from under your shadow.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it was just one of those. He was a natural, and Angelo Mosca was his mentor.
Wow.
And that was in the first year, of course, but what he learned in his first year with Angelo did well for him in the ensuing years with the Montreal Alouettes.
So why didn't you continue with football? Why didn't you jump in there and say, well, hey, that's my little brother. He's kind of good, but look at me. I rock.
Because I was too old and I was too smart to get beat up every weekend. Was not my idea of a lot of fun. That was just not my thing. I'm basically lazy is what I am. and to run around in a circle just for no reason. There are two reasons to run, by the way. That's to run to something or from something. And to run around in a circle just for exercise doesn't make much sense to me. So, anyway, he had a great success.
We're with you on that running thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at us.
But my brother and I both, we ended up years later living together in Montreal.
Oh wow.
I had been in Toronto when he started in Hamilton, and then he went to Montreal, and a couple of years later I went to Montreal and worked at a radio station, CKGM. And we lived together in Montreal. Now here's two, hotties. We just had.
If I do say so, my darn self.
That's right. It was just too much fun. We just had a wonderful time. Montreal, it's a beautiful city, and the Alouettes were great to him. And I worked at a rocker radio station there, CKGM, and had a great time there too. So.
Where else have you been, Jim? Where else have you worked?
Well, I left there and then went to Halifax. I worked for the Chum Group, and I worked at CJCH in Halifax, and CJCH was a radio station, and they had a TV station too. So I did radio in the afternoons, and then I went and I did all the voiceover commercials for the TV, and I did a little game show, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was for. And it was Jolly Roger Orange Crystals, which I think was a local thing. And you had to send in a proof of purchase, and then I'd spin a wheel, and you'd win whatever number you chose in the wheel. And it could be, we had some great prizes. But it was a lot of fun, and it went through Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. So we worked on the ATV network, and it was really a lot of fun.
So basically the East Coast, the Eastern Seaboard sort of thing.
It was just the three, with the exception of Newfoundland. That was the only one that was left out. But no, it was a lot of fun, and the Maritimes were great. My wife's from Newfoundland. We got married in Halifax, and so they had that maritime. In fact, we had our honeymoon, which consisted of a weekend at the Oak Island Inn. Do you know about the Oak Island Inn? Either one of you?
Oak Island, isn't that where they have that buried treasure?
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. And the Oak Island Inn was a small hotel that overlooked the island. And it was a beautiful hotel, but nobody had found the treasure, so interest was not that great in that area. So we went there. There were a lot of treasure hunters. It was known all over the world, every place except Canada, as a matter of fact. But
wow.
And then we moved back here to London, where my family is, and I worked at CFPL radio for somewhat 20 years or so.
Wow. Now you had also said you had other brushes.
Don't fight over me, guy. Don't fight over me. Go ahead.
It's John's turn.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John. Man, you're on.
Yeah.
You were telling me you had some other brushes, not blushes, brushes with celebrity.
Oh yes. Well, I lucked out in when I worked in Toronto. There was at the country music station. That was when country music was really coming into its own it would be the late 60s, early 70s, and I worked at CFGM in Richmond Hill, and was involved with Stompin' Tom Connors.
The Stompster.
Stompin' Tom. In fact, his Stompin' Tom Live at the Horseshoe album.
His first one.
Well, now as far as I know, it is the first one. That's a bit. I got a call one night. I was finishing my shift, and his record producer said to me, "Do you want to come down to the Horseshoe and intro this album, and we'll pay you for it?" I said, "Well, what do you mean pay?" "Well, we'll buy you a drink."
Wow, a drink.
And I got a rum or a whiskey and Diet Coke for intro to the album, and it was a lot of fun. Stompin' Tom was an amazing man. Even then, he was controversial and did his own thing, and really an amazing guy.
Wow. So you were kind of impressed by him. Did you actually get to meet him?
Meet him. Actually, we talked too much. Stompin' Tom was a very nice man. We talked, we argued. He was just a great guy to. He had all kinds of different ideas about what he wanted to do, and what the industry wanted to do at the time, and he sort of won out, actually, because he did a fine job. Also worked with Charlie Pride.
Charlie Pride, the Crystal Chandeliers, the Snakes Play at Night.
He had a song called All I Have to Offer You Is Me, and that was in 1969 when I was there.
Does My Ring Hurt Your Finger?
Yeah, and he was just a wonderful man, and a very big family man, and had and a lot of other Jerry Reed and people like that. I'm just trying to think of that.
The Jerry Reed that was in Cannonball Run with.
Yep.
Who's that other guy? The bald guy, Burt Reynolds.
The bald guy. Yes. Here, have one of these for doing that one. Have one of these.
Oh,
there you go. Jerry was an interesting man because he used to wear a. Now I'm just trying to think of the hand. It would have been this hand. He used to wear a glove on his right hand. When he wasn't on stage, he would wear a glove to keep his fingernails from cracking, if you can imagine.
Wow.
That seems odd.
Yeah, it was. Anyway, it was an interesting market. Toronto was a bigger market, and there were some interesting people there. But when we moved to London, started a family and worked with the Blackburn Group and the people that were really great to us.
So you've been on the job close to 2 years now.
Just about 2 years.
What's your favorite part of the job?
Oh, sorry.
What? Fun part of the job is doing this stuff. This town has more going on. I worked in, like I mentioned, a number of other cities. There's more going on in this town than you can shake a stick at.
You're right.
It really, I mean, every time you turn around, if it's not going on down in Canatera Park, it's going on downriver, it's going down or it's going on at the Clearwater Arenas, or it's going on or even Cogeco, as a matter of fact. So there's just a ton of things going on here. It's a wonderful, people have been so darn nice. And I'm sitting here talking to two of the nicest socks in the whole town.
Well, thank you so
Thanks,
much,
man.
Jim.
Thanks.
We love you too.
I
appreciate that.
Hey, Swap Shop. How's that going for you? Got any
I love Swap Shop.
Swap Shop is just a wonderful way to end any day. The first 3.5 hours of my show are pretty structured because it's just, I mean, that's what I do, and there are certain things I do at certain times and everything else. But Swap Shop, I never know.
Ah, yes, improv.
And that's half the fun of it.
Yeah.
Because I pick up that phone, and it could be somebody that wants to sell me clogging shoes, a cannonball, or they want to buy whatever they want to buy. So and it's really enjoyable. I enjoy it.
Mr. Weir, we want to thank you very much for being a guest on our show. We really appreciate having you here. We're definitely going to have you back just because you rock.
Well, listen, it's pretty easy to rock with you guys because, of course, there's no competition.
Thanks,
is this
Mr.
my
Smartman.
parting gift, by the way? You said there was a parting gift.
That's your lovely parting gift.
Is
you
this
get,
all I get?
M&Ms with peanuts.
M&Ms with peanuts.
And I've already been through them. You know what? We got to pay our bills. We got to say thanks to Tehan Home Hardware Building Center.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to Zares. Thanks to The Brick. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to throw to a little thingy we did at the radio station at interview we had at K106. So stay tuned, and that's where we're going to head right now.
They're smelling the microphone.
You know what? It's not turned on. So thank God I'm in charge of all the damn switches. Thank you, Lord. Our buddies John Hollingsworth and Dave Paul are here from their show. What is it again now? Six in the city. I can never get it quite right.
On Cogeco, Sunday nights at 6 o'clock, right, guys?
Excellent.
We're just teasing. We love you guys, man.
We love you too.
How's the show going?
I hear you guys. How's it going?
As far as I'm concerned, it's going well.
Are people watching now, John?
You know
How are
what?
the ratings?
Let me tell you this. Ratings, schmatings. You can quote me on that. We are giving away 2 VIP passes to Bayfest.
Oh, speaking of Bayfest, eh?
And we are getting, literally, and I'm not kidding here, billions of entries. Like billions.
Billions.
Yeah, we have our own postal truck now that just comes for Bayfest and faxes and everything.
And how do you enter this contest?
I don't know. How do you...
Dave?
I'm not sure. I think you find the truck and give them your... No, I think you have to contact
the postal truck.
Yeah.
It's the thing about TV people, you know. Radio people, they have to do all their own stuff. TV people, they have to have someone to kind of, you know.
Do it for them.
Yeah, that's what,
Yeah.
it's that little thing in their
Yeah.
ear. Okay, here's what I want you to say next, TV guy. It's coming through now.
Does it surprise you that we don't think for ourselves?
No.
There we go.
No. When's the it was fun to be a guest on your show. And TV, God,
We love having you guys. You're our
Thanks.
favorite guest.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Aw,
You really are.
So they go next door to the other station and they say the same
And then
damn
we say,
speech
you're
next
our
time.
favorite
Yeah,
guest.
exactly.
Jim Weir, you're our favorite guest.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. All right, give him $5 for getting his name on the show. What have you got planned? I know through the summer months you take the camera on location and do zany things. Last year we were Cedar Point and
This year they're here.
John did his high dive act. I remember that. This is it instead of Cedar
frightening.
Point this year? This is the e-ticket ride?
That was harrowing, but I managed to complete that. I did it for my fans. This year we've got some things planned. Probably we're going to look at doing some stuff on maybe the tall ships.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe some stuff in Grand Bend, and maybe some stuff in a helicopter. So
And Bayfest, too.
and Bayfest,
If we can.
and gonna do some hosting in Bayfest, like for not for the stuff
not
you're
you
doing.
guys.
Yeah,
You
we're
guys
not
are the
gonna.
hosts. We're not gonna.
You guys are the hosts. Like you.
We're not gonna
That's
infringe
right.
on your.
We wouldn't dare
territory.
infringe. What's infringe?
We don't worry about that. We got security. You won't get anywhere near
Okay.
backstage anyway. We're pretty sure we have a hard enough time getting back there ourselves. Oh God! All right, so what do you think of Bayfest? What's your thoughts?
Pretty exciting.
You happy with the acts?
Pretty
and stuff like
amazing.
that? It is
Yeah.
amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah,
If you'd said like 5 years ago, Foo Fighters are going to be in Centennial Park, isn't that nuts?
I know, yes.
It's just we've gotten so used to it, I guess now. But Foo Fighters,
Sarnia has really come on the map, man. It's it's like the same thing is beginning to happen now that happened last year as well. They're starting to get calls from people we know at in other places,
Yeah.
Toronto and London.
Yeah.
Say, hey man, can you give me tickets for the show?
well, I don't know where there is another music festival this big anywhere around Ontario or Michigan or anything. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tall ships is certainly is going to be big as well. The only Canadian stop for the tall ships.
Did you know that's a race?
What is the
Tall ships.
I didn't know that. No.
You see? I didn't know it was a race either, and I got
TV
mocked.
boy has taught us something today, hasn't he?
Wow.
Michelle, believe it or not, Michelle Stokely mocked me on air, saying, "Of course it's a race. What do you think they're doing? Just floating down the river?" Well, yeah, actually, I did think they were floating down the
They're
river.
just touring around.
That's what I
display.
thought. No, it's a race.
Cool.
So
And-
whoever gets each port the fastest.
They win the keys to the city.
The city?
A special. They win a slot on John Hollingsworth's
Oh.
perverted sex in the city show or whatever.
He's gonna get a friendship.
Okay. Anything else, you guys, before we wrap it up here? We got a show to do, eh? This isn't TV.
We
haven't
can't
got all-
stay?
We haven't got all day. You can hang out with us.
Can we
if you
just
want.
sit and watch?
Yeah, you can sit and watch.
Okay, we're gonna
Because
sit
we got to
and
kill like 15 minutes on our show.
Thanks for coming in, you guys.
Thanks,
So,
Dave.
How do we?
Jim, thank you, Mr. Weir.
He doesn't have a little earbud in his
Yeah.
ear there. Somebody yelling out, "Here's what you say next, like TV guy." How do I seriously win the Bayfest tickets from your show, guys?
You contact the station, and we don't. You know what? We didn't bring all
I
the
know.
stuff, but
Watch
the address is.
Six in the city.
You can watch
Oh.
6 in the City and find out, and that's on Sunday at 6 o'clock and other times.
Yeah, and then it's played 18 times throughout the week.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Channel
yeah.
6.
I noticed that on my way to like. Oh, there's that thing.
Again? Yeah.
We're kidding. We're kidding. We love you guys.
Yeah, right.
Seriously. Okay. Thanks for coming in, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Woo! I tell ya. Okay, just so everyone knows, I knew my fly was down. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I didn't
is your
know
fly
my
down
fly
now?
was down.
Check it now.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, good. That was good of them to not put you on camera while you were checking too. That's probably a wise decision.
That's our intrepid camera crew looking out for my better interests all the time. So, anyways, hey, have you seen how many responses we've got to our Bayfest ticket promo?
How many? Lots?
Well, I don't know. I was hoping you had seen.
Oh,
'cause
no, I
have
haven't.
No idea.
I think we're getting quite a bit, though.
Our director, Terry, said it was like a huge pile. And I knew he had piles, but I didn't need for him to describe those to me on the set. That was a cheap shot, sorry. You know what? If you you want to watching the show, give us a call on the viewer response line, 332-TALK. And, you know, let us know how you like the show. Don't forget, though, we do have 2 passes to Bayfest, 2 VIP passes, which includes, what does it include, Dave?
Well, it's the entrance into the VIP area for all of the concerts, all 3 days.
The VIP area is an area that's quite...
It's for very important people.
Yeah, it's not for you regular schmucks.
Yep.
It's for all the important people, plus 2 very lucky schmucks that are going to win tickets from us. The tickets are worth $400. Fax us, email us, mail something in. We need your name, your phone number, your address, where you're from, and you could find yourself in the VIP area, probably, I will say most likely, rubbing shoulders with all the bands, because we know how the bands like to come off the stage and rub shoulders with people in the VIP area. It's proven fact. Okay, that's all the time we have for tonight. I want to thank you. I'm really glad we had Jim Weir on, man. That guy's
He's great.
awesome.
So was Virgin Woody. All those morning DJs. The morning radio folks are just the best.
Those guys owe us big time. Like, we are promoting radio.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, they're helping us out, and we're helping them out.
I don't think they helped us out.
Oh.
I'm not feeling like neither Woody nor Burge helped my career out in any way. Unless, well, depending on what my career is, I guess. Okay, that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned next week for even more exciting, fun stuff. Because that's who we are. We're Six in the City, right?
Yep.
So for John Hollingsworth and Dave Paul, thanks for watching, and have a good night. I can't do the finger thing. I can't do the shooting thing.
Don't worry about it. Put a sock in it, man.
Good thinking. All right. You're such a heel.
That's John Hollingsworth and Dave Paul from, what is their show?
Six in the City.
6 in the City.
6 o'clock Sunday evenings on Cogeco TV6.
Hence the name there.
Yeah,
Okay.
TV6 block.
I got
You get it.
I thought it had something to do with sex, but I wasn't sure. But
In your dreams.
keep getting that wrong. Okay, now that they're gone, I can tell you a little secret.
Okay.
Okay, Hollingsworth come because this is early for those guys.
Small price to pay for Dave.